Hello everybody. Welcome to our live stream. And hello Gordon Walker. Very good job on the trip into town to Onaway City. Was great to see. Yep, I've gone through 2 times today from Flint, Michigan. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I haven't done a driving B-roll thing in a long time, so I thought I would this time.
Yeah. Just had to go and get a few groceries, and that was about it.
Yeah. And says, well, there were 2 people in here. Whoever was here left, but we'll just wait for some more people to show up, or we're gonna get another big snowstorm.
Yeah, it's coming
starting
soon,
tomorrow.
Yeah, starting tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. White storm. Come here, White storm. They can't. Nobody can see you.
He's like, yeah, they can see my brown eye now.
Ah.
Oh, look at what's facing the camera. And the tail's up.
Sure. Good boy.
Yeah.
So I see there are 3 people here now, so hello. Hope you're having a good night. Don't drink my water. You have your own water. Yeah, you got your own water.
It says, don't matter if I got my own. What's yours and mine too.
Sure. But, yep. Just getting ready for the big snowstorm that they keep telling us we're going to get starting tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a few days with firewood and extra tank of propane sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So.
Can I put my water down now, White Storm? Is that okay with you?
He says, yeah, put it down.
Yeah, because he wants to drink it.
That's right.
They've got all their own water, but nope, gotta drink mine.
Yeah, they don't care.
Goofy. Goofy?
But yeah, I just got done getting the fire going here just about 20 minutes ago. Not even 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
So working on getting that built, the fire built up and getting that going good, so.
Nope. I can't put it down. He thinks it's his.
Of course. I think everything's his.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Okay, White Storm.
Haven't been
Go
doing
ahead, go
a
play.
whole lot lately though.
Go play. So I can put my water back on the table. But yep, how is everybody tonight? We're doing all right. We are already at dinner.
Uh-oh. Come on, get out of there.
They're wrestling around by the camera.
White Storm is wanting to play with Spotted Leaf and she's not having
Yeah,
no
Spotted
part of
Leaf
it.
doesn't like to play. But I gotta check now and see if we're all off center. No, it's all right. But that's the dangers of a tripod with cats. They might come knock it over.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. So eventually I want to get a ring light. And then that way we can go live. Go sit on the couch out there and go live. And there'll be enough light. Because right now if we go out there it would be a pretty dark live stream, I think.
Yeah.
Even though the camera on my phone does good with low light, I don't know. Have to wait on that.
Yeah.
And hello, Katie Wood. And she asked, "How much snow are you expecting?" Well, they said up to 18 inches. That's what Joe Charlevoix said.
Currently on their chart, 12 to 16.
Oh, well, I saw Joe Charlevoix say 18. But he said that all of this is guesstimates, so he's not sure anyway.
Well, from what I gathered, we're looking at 12 inches to 16 inches from off thing that he had up.
Yeah, and then Gordon says, "Be glad it's not the cat from here would drink coffee." LOL. Yeah, these cats will drink coffee too if we let them, but we won't. They're crazy enough already.
Yeah, especially Fat Leaf here. She'll try to drink your coffee. She'll take a drink, then she'll sneeze in your coffee and blow a big old snot wad in it. Because that's what she did to me once.
Okay then.
And it was so nasty, I had to go and dump the coffee out and
Who's
everything.
down there messing around?
I'm wait storming, buddy.
Come on, you guys, get out of there. But Punk Skunk says, "Hi, we are getting as much snow in northern Arizona as you guys this winter. 70-mile-an-hour winds coming tomorrow with a snowstorm." Yeah, I have the Jackrabbit Trading Post on Route 66 liked on Facebook. And Cindy, the owner, Cindy and Tony, they always post on their Facebook all about the weather in Arizona. So I've been hearing about all that.
Right. Yeah, we're not looking at that strong winds, but looking at some stronger winds than what we've been having lately.
Buddy.
I think we're supposed to be looking at like right around 30 to 40 mile an hour winds or something like that, he said. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was around that number.
Yeah. And Susan Moss says, "Ice storm warning starting at 10 a.m. for Kalamazoo." Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big storm system coming. So,
yeah, there's
coming from Iowa.
Yeah, there's going to be a big ice storm system coming through the lower part of our state.
Well, you know where Kalamazoo is, don't you?
Yeah.
I
was thinking
the lower part of the
somewhere
state.
else. Never mind. I wasn't even thinking about that. Brain fart.
That's,
Brain fart. Wasn't thinking it was that far down.
it is.
Is it?
Yep.
I was thinking it was further,
No, it's way down there.
Yeah. No.
And Daniel says 70-mile-per-hour winds. Wow. I don't think I've ever experienced anything over 50. Hey, everyone. Yeah, hello. That'll be crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that blows roofs off around here anyway.
Yeah.
Buddy. Yeah, it snowed overnight last night. We woke up and there was a bunch of snow. But then it wasn't snowing today. But it's supposed to start tomorrow.
Got probably about 2.5 inches here last night.
Yeah. But, yep. Buddy's a big kitty. Hard to believe he's still a kitten, but he is.
Yeah. He's the youngest one here.
He's only 8 months old, but he's a big cat already. He's gonna be a really big cat when he's all done. Come here, buddy. Spotted Leaf. Here, look this way. Look that way. No! Everybody wants my water. You have your own water and a whole bunch of it, too.
Yeah, they've got a big water pan.
Yeah. Eventually we want to get him a fountain, though, because it's better for him.
Yeah.
There's one on our Amazon wish list that I have it saved there.
Yeah, their water bowl got a good scrubbing last time I filled it.
Yeah, but they like moving water better.
Yeah.
Gordon Walker says, "You guys have the snow across the big Michigan River. It's been on weather half like." I don't know. Spotted Leaf, look. 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 Look.
Yeah, she ain't gonna spin for you.
Come on, dance.
You
Dance.
want her to do a trick for you, you better start doing some serious training.
No, she's gonna be 5 next month. I don't know how well she would learn tricks. Her and Smokey both are gonna be 5 next month. Punk Skunk says, we have an old black cat named Nibbler who drools when you pet her.
No. She'll probably sneeze in my water. I don't think so.
Sounds like she really likes it. And then Susan Moss says, is anybody going to see the Cocaine Bear movie? Well, we didn't plan on it. I've heard about it. I mean, if it comes on Netflix or something, we will, but we're not going to go to the theater. I haven't been to the theater since 2014 to see Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know when you were last to a theater.
I can't remember the exact year, but whatever year Eminem come out. Not Eminem, but
8 Mile?
8 Mile, I meant.
Isn't that like 2000, 2001? Maybe 2002
Whatever year that come out, because it was still in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
So.
And Don and I have not been to the theater together. We've been wanting to go, but we just haven't. I mean, I have. I don't think he cares, but I think it would be fun. And Daniel says, do they still have that theater in Onaway, the real tiny one? No. They closed that up way back, I think it was 1990, 1991.
We was pretty young when they closed that down.
Yeah, because I had a friend in high school who came to school one day and she was so mad because they closed the theater. But we were only in 9th grade, so that would have been 90 or 91.
Yeah.
Now it's a food pantry.
Yeah, now it's a food pantry now, yeah.
Yeah. The nearest theater is Sheboygan. Because the one in Rogers City doesn't play movies anymore. They have plays and stuff in there now. And then there's Petoskey or Gaylord. Because the 2 theaters in Alpena are not open right now. One's being I guess they're both being renovated. So there's technically no theaters in Alpena anymore either. For now. But they're working on that. But yeah, the closest movie theater to us would be Sheboygan.
Yeah.
Right, Spotted Leaf? Like they'd let you in there anyway, right? We'd have to hide you. We'd have to smuggle you in like candy. And Susan says, we have $4 movies on Thursdays at the Celebration Cinema here, which is nice. Yeah, I don't think we have those kinds of movie theaters around here. And Daniel says, wait a minute, my grandma and I went to one back in the late 2000s, and it was definitely in town of Onaway. I'm so confused now. I remember how small it was, and we were alone in the theater. Nope, 1990, 1991 that went out. Are you sure it wasn't Rogers City? Because that was a really small one, too. It's absolutely impossible that it was Onaway.
Yeah, we was really young when that one honestly closed down, yeah.
Yeah, I was only 14 or 15 years old when they shut the one in Onaway down. It's very possible it could have been Rogers City, though. Which is still there, but like I said, they only have plays on stage now. Because they couldn't afford all the equipment they needed to run 3D movies, so they had to give that up. But yeah, Google it. Put Onaway Movie Theater or something like that. It's going to tell you that it's been gone for a long time.
Yeah. A lot of people was quite bummed out when that shut down.
Including my ex-best friend. Because the guy, it was Tom Moran who bought the building and took the theater out of it. And I remember her coming to school just yelling and hollering that her theater was gone, and Tom Moran was wrecking the whole town, and Tom Moran wrecked her theater, but we were only little 9th graders. So there definitely was not Onaway that you were at. It had to be Rogers City. That's the only thing that makes sense. But yeah, the last time I went to a movie was, like I said, 2014 Guardians of the Galaxy in Alpena, and it was the last showing of the night, and I was the only one in there too. It was actually pretty nice because I didn't have to worry about a whole bunch of other people making noise.
Oh, that's when I was at the movie theater. I was the only one in the room.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I was the only
so-
one in there. And then when the movie was done and I walked out, the employees were waiting to lock the door because I was the last person to walk out of the building. Even though they had, I think, 3 different cinemas in that theater, I was the last person in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've just been waiting for movies to come out on streaming. It doesn't take long.
No, it don't.
The theater kind of doesn't make sense anymore because it's not very long before you can watch the movies at home.
Right.
So it's no big deal.
No, it's not. But it is what it is.
And Gordon says, "We'll see. Tom's Market is good visit to. Like it Blackford in the parking lot next to. LOL." Yes, we did park next to a black Ford truck. I don't know whose it was.
Yeah, same here. I like seeing the taxidermy in there.
Yeah. Punk Skunk says, "Who's your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy?" I like the raccoon, Rocket Raccoon. I'm always looking for... Ever since I saw the first movie, I've wanted to find a good figure of him. Like a resin figure, not a cheap piece of Walmart crap, but like something really nice, like made by Seth MacFarlane or something like that. But it'll be really expensive, so I haven't done any serious searching, but he's my favorite one. What are you doing, Spotted Leaf?
She's being a crybaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's being a crybaby like usual. Snag you up, give you a hug, and then you'll start crying.
Yep. She wants attention, but only on her terms.
Yep. If she don't want you holding her, she starts complaining. She gets vocal.
Yep. I don't know. You guys probably can't see her now because she's... Come on, come do that right here. Right here. She likes to roll over on her back because she wants her belly rubbed. Well, yeah, this poor cat was abandoned. We had to go rescue her a couple years ago.
Puppy.
She had nowhere to live, no food, no nothing. We went and rescued her. Poor cat. What are you doing? You're crazy.
He said he just pulled a Kobe Jack.
Yeah.
Stuck her butt in the air and backed up.
Yep. Nope, she just wants her belly rubbed. No other silliness.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not going to do it if you're going to bite me. Gordon says, "Meanwhile, I was off on spelling is off on phone." Oh, you mean your autocorrect is off? So it's all right. I can figure out what you say almost all the time. Not always, but almost all the time. I'm used to reading things like that and figuring them out. It's like a puzzle. You're goofy.
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 Now, why would you talk about yourself like that?
Yucky.
If he just sneezed on you.
Yucky.
That's why you don't let her drink out of your cup of your coffee, because then she'll sneeze and then she'll blow snot all over in your beverage.
Yeah.
She did that to me once. A big old slimy booger coming right out of her nose. I dumped that out and put my coffee cup in the sink and get a fresh cup.
Yeah, she's weird. Kitties!
Now you do that, you know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Well, two of them come running.
We'll have to see if we can get them to come on the table this time. Come on. Nope, you gotta come up on the table.
Yeah, they're
putting
not
them up
gonna
here.
come up on the table.
Sure they will. There you go, that's where they are. Come get them.
No, fat leaf. You're gonna choke yourself cramming that meat in your mouth all at once.
There you go. Colby left.
She's right here.
No, come on.
What she did, she grabbed some and then she jumped down is what she did.
Come on, there you go.
If she grabbed a mouthful and ran is what she was doing.
Teresa Monroe says, looking forward to making that cheeseburger casserole recipe. Looks perfect for the kids.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
And it's a simple recipe. Definitely makes a great meal for the family, that's for sure.
Yep. And it's easy to make. Doesn't take long.
No, yeah, it don't take long. No, it don't. Just, well, I know in our oven, like the last 4.5 minutes, I turn the oven up to on high broil to brown the cheese.
Yeah, that's what the recipe says to do.
Yeah, well, it just says the last few remaining minutes. It doesn't say, like specify exactly how many minutes.
Well, no, it depends on your broiler.
On your broiler, yeah.
You gotta watch it, and when it's brown enough, then you take it out.
I know, but I'm just saying on our oven it took 4.5. So, anybody with anyone knows, you always adjust your time because not everyone's going to be the same.
Spotted leaf, that's not nice. All that over one little treat?
Yep.
There, are you happy now?
Now she's going to start throwing a fit and start laughing at all the other cats because she thinks he's the big mean bully.
Yeah. Quit growling, you're fine. And then Colby, I can't reach Colby.
What's that all about?
She's licking her lips and growling at the same time. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's making funny noises. Smoky. Yep, good kitties. Cody.
Colby Jack.
No, they're all staring at me like, is that it? Can't we have some more?
Bye, smokers.
Bye-bye, Smokey. Yep. They all stay in the house where they belong, so they're nice and warm.
They don't get to go outside anymore. Hey, no.
Gordon says, you're right, that was a nice dinner. You could mail me
No.
some, LOL. I don't think it would make it. We have leftovers in the refrigerator, but I don't think it would make it in the mail.
Have to insulate it really well and put ice packs in there.
Yeah, well, the post office, the United States Post Office lately does really weird things. They would probably send it to California first or to Puerto Rico first or something, because I don't know how many times I mailed something out from my Etsy shop and one was supposed to go to Washington State and it went to Puerto Rico first. And stuff that I was supposed to get, it would go to New York City first from here in Michigan, or it would go all the way up to California first from here in Michigan. I don't know what they've been doing. So it could end up being spoiled if it ends up somewhere hot with hot weather. And Teresa says, did Kobe win the photo contest? We won't find that out until the next Country Lines magazine comes out. Because it ended yesterday. And now the page just says that it ended. They don't let anybody know anything until the next magazine comes out.
Alright, so that should be
Next month, yeah.
Next month sometime.
But I know I didn't win first place. Because there was one picture that passed me by a few votes. But that's alright. Her picture will probably get printed in the magazine, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
Daniel says, USPS is awful, absolutely terrible. Yeah, I know.
Especially
More
around here.
ridiculous lately.
Yeah. The one around here seems like it's just downright horrible.
And Gordon says, you could have mailed me that dinner, LOL. Sure. Oh. Now it's getting warm in here because he started a fire. Leave my water alone. You have your own water. White Storm the water thief. Yes, I agree. The post office would have shipped it to England first.
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially the one from here in our local area. It's only shit they do.
Well, I remember I was
sense.
getting a package from, I think it came from Florida, and it got to Grand Rapids. And then they shot it all the way to New York City. New York City shot it all the way back to Grand Rapids, and then it came here. What was that for?
Oh, I remember one time we were shipping something out, and the mailman that took my package and everything, took the money, threw the package halfway across the room like it was a basketball.
Yeah, into a bin. And there was a ceramic bird I painted in there. So it's a good, that somebody bought from my Etsy shop. So it's a good thing I had it packaged up really good.
Yeah, because it went like almost all the way across the room. Like you just threw it like
yeah,
basketball.
like he was trying to make a basket.
Yeah.
They're really rude at the Onaway post office.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have problems with them.
Yeah, especially the guy.
And the woman.
The guy don't matter what, you always get a
Well,
dirty look
the
from
woman
him
is the
and everything.
postmaster.
Yeah.
And if you have any problems, she writes you an email and calls you an idiot and says everything's your fault. So, that's what I mean by mean.
Well, I know the guy in there, he acts like, because he had to wait on you, he acts like he was disgusted by it.
Yeah, that too. Both the man and the woman that run the Onaway post office. If you walk in there and you want to mail a package or you want to buy some stamps or something, they make it very clear that you are a burden to them. And you are interrupting them and stopping them from doing something else they'd rather do. Which is ridiculous.
Mm.
Because the customer is supposed to come first. Daniel says, I've been waiting for a piece of mail since the 6th of January and I still have not received it. The most important piece of mail I have coming yet, everything else, which is junk, never fails to arrive. Well, hopefully you get it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you have informed delivery? Because that might help. This piece of mail was shipped out. I confirmed it over 4 times with the sender. Is it just an envelope or is it a package with a tracking number? Because you can look at the tracking number and find out where it is right now. Colby.
Uh-uh.
But if it's just a regular envelope, then there's nothing you can do to track it. Oh, an envelope. Yeah, so there's no way that you're going to know. I mean,
Yeah.
you can, if you don't have it, you can sign up for an informed delivery and it's free, but they won't show that envelope until the day it's going to be delivered. So you won't be able to find out anything ahead of time.
Yeah. So that's good, so putting on some good heat doing it.
Yeah. You could turn that fan on up there if you want. And Daniel says, which is why they can't find it. If all things to lose, it's the most important thing I got coming once out of the year. Of not if, oh, is it your W-2? Because if they lost that, that's pretty crappy. Whew. You know how heat rises? Well, he just turned the fan on and it all just went.
Your fault.
No.
You said to do it.
I know, it's getting better now. You blew it down, it's getting better now. But he did light the wood stove, so now it's hot in here. But it's better than being cold in here.
The stove's just finally getting burning good from lighting it about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a constant supply of wood, so we can't keep it burning all the time.
No.
And we were using electric space heaters, but now we have to find some other way because the power bill is absolutely out of control. So.
Yep. So burning the propane during the day and the wood at night.
Yep. What we've got.
And once we run out of what we got, then it's back to electric.
Ugh, yeah.
Or else I'll go outside and do a whole lot of running. Tried getting wood this year and
Gordon, the problem is one of the people who acts like that in the Onaway post office is the postmaster. And we have made complaints many times. And it's her who answers, and she writes you a snotty email telling you that whatever is going on, it's all your fault. She tells you off, and that's the end of it. So she is the postmaster. And the guy who works there is her best friend or something. She's not going to do anything to him. And she's just as bad as he is.
yeah. So.
And it's not just us. I have a friend. She used to be a teacher at the Onaway High School. I've been friends with her since 1993, and we were talking. And she's had the same kind of problems with that post office. So that's just how it goes. And if Sheboygan wasn't so far away, we'd get a P.O. box there. Because every time I go into the Sheboygan post office, there's people in there, they're so friendly and nice and happy to see you. And in Onaway, they would rather you not even come around. But then it would be a 56-mile round trip to get the mail every day, and that doesn't make sense either.
No. Not going to get mail, no, it don't.
No.
Just like we go and pay our land taxes in person anymore instead of by mail. Can't trust the post office to get it there.
Yeah, because they lost a money order on us. That was supposed to be to pay our property taxes. Daniel says she wouldn't like me if I moved there. I'd be their worst nightmare. Well, with how nasty she gets in her emails, I have a feeling she'd hold a screaming match with you. because she's really mean. And when you go in there and try to do business, she's snappy and nasty, and she'll scream in your face. So it's not good. I won't tolerate that kind of nonsense. That's awful. You guys have to deal with that. Yeah, well, like
We're
I
not the
said,
only ones in the
yeah,
local area
it's
that have to
everybody.
deal with it. It's everybody.
It's happening to everybody.
Yeah, it's not just, us. And,
The only thing that we can hope for is that the woman is getting older now. Not super old, but she's getting older. And maybe one day we'll get lucky and she'll retire. That's all we can hope for.
But, yeah, I know we're not the only ones that's got to deal with the crap there, so.
And Gordon says, go through the Lansing, Michigan office. Yeah. If we need to make any more reports, it has to be to somewhere downstate, because if you try to report it to what's on the USPS website, it gets sent directly to that woman in Onaway, and then you see what happens. Nothing.
Yeah, that's all she does is right from that, she replies right back to you is all she does.
Yeah, and tell you it's all your fault. Like, we were constantly getting mail that belonged to a woman 2 roads over. And somehow she turned that around and made it our fault. So, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember, they told me if you're gonna deliver mail, they gotta know how to read. Well, apparently they don't know how to read.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, that's enough about
nobody
the post
wants to
office.
hear a bunch of crap about the post office.
Yeah, that's enough about the post office.
Kind of like a rumbling noise outside. I don't know what that is.
I've been hearing that on and off. And if I'm hearing it, you know that it's gotta be kind of low, because
Yeah.
I don't
'cause
hear it very well.
It wouldn't be the snow plow. They hardly ever plow back here, and it didn't snow that much today anyway. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. But it does got me curious, though. But if I was to put some things in that you got me, I bet you I could really hear it then.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they're not in there.
No, they're not in there. Oh.
I can see a piece of one of them.
They're kind of like hearing aids, but they're not prescription. And they're meant for watching TV. They call them little amplifiers.
Yeah, it's an amplifier. I was trying to remember what they were
Yeah.
called.
And I got them from the Walmart Spark Reviewer program for free in exchange for a review. And when they came, he put them in the other day. And I was, we were watching TV, and I asked him if he could hear the TV better, and he's like, "Stop yelling at me!" So apparently he could hear better with them.
Yeah, it made it seem like you were screaming. I know you weren't, but it just made it.
Well,
where
does it
it
have
seemed like you were
settings on it so you can turn
Yeah,
it down a
I
little?
think I had him up a little bit too high.
Well, obviously.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I know that not today, but the last time I went into town by myself to go to the grocery store, and ended up seeing Dan's next door neighbor, and he was trying to talk to me and stuff. I had to keep on and ask him, "What are you saying?" Because he's a soft talker.
Oh. Hello, Clay Banks. How are you doing? But can you imagine if you wore those things in a busy store?
No,
All you hear is everybody talking really loud.
And that might be a kind of a good thing when you want to hear somebody's conversation and see what they're talking about.
Oh, all right, Mr. Eavesdropper.
That's right. When you want to eavesdrop on somebody's conversation, those might be awesome.
Yeah, Clay says he's doing good, and that's good.
Yeah. Anybody know if anyone that wants some free snow?
Yeah.
U-Haul.
You can come and take all the snow.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, free. U-Haul.
Yeah, free U-Haul. By the time you get it home, it might be water, but it's still yours.
Yeah. We're going to have a lot of it coming up here soon.
Clay says, looks like you guys are into some weather soon. Yeah,
Oh,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
They already have a
tomorrow,
winter storm watch on us.
Yeah.
It hasn't turned to a warning yet, but it might.
Yeah, they said that's exactly
And
what they expect
Daniel
tomorrow,
laughed at you. Belfry Bat says, who is more easygoing, you or Don? Don.
but, Yep.
I try not to show it in the videos and stuff, but when I get mad, I get really mad. So it takes a lot to get him that mad. Whatever. But I used to get more mad when I was younger, like in my 20s. Like screaming and hollering and throwing stuff up against the wall. That was a phase that I got out of, luckily, as I got older.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's under their smokers, under the kitchen sink.
I don't know.
Smoky
They
boots.
always like to go under the kitchen sink.
Yeah, it's smoky going under there this time.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there.
Maybe a couple pop bottles. That's about it. Well,
Gordon says you were right on finding a way to get a call to Robbie. I called the store in Millersburg to pass the word through. The lady in the store knows me. You're a big thanks. Did we tell you to do that? I don't remember.
I don't recall.
But yeah, we stop at that little grocery store a lot in Millersburg when we're coming back from my mom's. My mom lives in Metz.
Yeah,
And we have to
stopped
go
there
right
every now and
past there. So we usually stop there for something to drink
then. Yeah, usually,
on the way home. And gas sometimes.
Right.
And I remember when I was a really little kid and me and my family lived in Millersburg on Walker Highway, right 2 houses down from that big ugly stone house on the corner. We would always walk back and forth to that store, but it was much smaller and the door was on the other side of the building. It was more like a gas station party store. It's still a gas station now, but there's a lot more in there now. Some grocery stuff, not just snacks and pop and things like that.
Right.
Belfry Bat says, how are little old Toby and Gray Stripe doing? They're doing good, except that my mom found out Toby has seizures, so now he's on medication for that.
Other than that, they're doing good though.
Yeah. We haven't been over there lately, but the next time we are, we'll put him in the vlog. But yeah, they're doing fine.
Yeah, it's definitely been a bit since we've been over that way, that's for sure.
Yeah, because the weather's been bad and whatever.
Right.
So
And fun's been a little tight lately too.
yeah.
Having that extra heat bill during the winter months don't help any.
Yeah, normally we'd have firewood, but we don't, so the power bill is nuts.
Yeah. Tried getting some sort of semi-loads of firewood this year and this last fall season, and
Yeah, all the sawmills were shut down and stuff.
yeah,
Out of business and whatever.
nobody was taking any orders or anything, so it's like, okay, well that kind of screws us over.
Yeah. And the place where we got the big semi-load of wood, we couldn't do that again because in 2020 it was $1,000. With inflation, it's probably $2,000 now for a semi-load.
Yeah, well, Dan was gonna buy a semi-load and allow us to get into it and stuff, and just had me work it off, but
But then he didn't do it.
well, it wasn't that, couldn't get the wood
Oh.
because nobody was taking orders.
Even the guy in Afton wasn't?
Nope,
Where we got the wood before?
nope.
Huh.
He wasn't taking orders because everybody was behind. Nobody can make the sawmills, and everybody can't catch up on all the orders that everybody wants.
Yeah, that's not good. And even if we cut down all the trees on our property, it's not enough for a whole winter. And you can't burn it green.
No, you can't burn
So-
it green.
You have to get it already dry.
Yeah, you know, to have good prime firewood, you want to have it at least even like 2 years.
Yeah, Clay says you can't burn the pine in the backyard. Yeah,
But it's green.
It's green, so it's not going to want to burn.
It's not
It
gonna
has to
burn.
dry.
Yeah, it has to be dry.
And what? It takes like a year to dry.
For a good seasoned wood, 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, so we can't burn it anyway. Plus, that would kind of suck because then all our trees would be gone.
Yep. And it would, and we cut down every tree in our yard and still not have enough wood to get through one winter.
Yeah. So hopefully we can figure out something for next winter.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping
Find
for.
wood.
Hoping for it.
Yeah, hopefully things are better next year and people are selling wood again.
Yeah. And that's out here on county line. The only thing you've been getting permit for cutting is pine. We don't want pine. We want good hardwood.
Yeah, because pine.
Burned up quick.
Yeah.
Burned up quick.
Yeah, it sounds like there's something running outside. I wonder if it's just the wind.
I don't know.
Belfry Bat says, "What's your favorite Judas Priest song?" I don't know, because I never really paid that much attention to them. I know who they are, and I remember there being one song on MTV when I was in like 9th grade that was popular, but for some reason I haven't paid much attention.
Yeah, I
can't say if I like them or don't like them because I just haven't
I never really listened to them much to say
paid
if
much
I like them or
attention
not.
to them.
Yeah, I would have to listen to them, but quite a bit of their music first before I would say if I like them or not.
I know the lead singer is Rob Halford. Smokey, come out of the cupboard. What are you doing in there? What are you trying to find in the cupboard?
When Smokey lets out him yell, you definitely know it's him.
But hey, the new Avatar album just came out. That's pretty good. Not the movie either. There's a band called Avatar. And a new Skillet album just came out on the same day too, and that was good too.
Hi, smokers.
After I didn't like the last 2 or 3 Skillet albums, but this new one is better. Gordon says yes to check in that store. I know the 2 different stores in the town of Millersburg. Yes, I know the corner brick house in Millersburg on Walker Highway. Jim Wilson, the Layoffs family known. So they just sold. They just sold that house and somebody new bought it.
Yeah, it's under a different ownership now. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, what do you mean 2 stores?
There used to be 2 stores in Millersburg, not anymore. It's only one now.
Yeah, there's only 1 store now.
Yep.
There's the hardware store.
Yeah,
but as for places to buy food or whatever, there's only 1 now.
Yeah, there used to be a grocery store in Millersburg too. Under the same roof that the gas station was in.
Oh no, now it's just a gas station.
Yeah, now it's just a gas station, and they opened up the building to where the whole building is nothing but the gas station now.
Punk Skunk says, "You've Got Another Thing Coming" is a good song. You mean Judas Priest? I'm sure if I played it, I'd recognize it. But it's one of those bands where I haven't given them enough of a chance to get a favorite. And no, we don't know Jimmy Wilson.
But yeah, and the gas station that's there in Millersburg, you know how on the back side of the building there's that door for like an old door for an entrance?
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I thought that they just changed the door from one side to the other and that it was the same store.
No, but because that back side there where the old door is, that used to be the door that went into the grocery station. Or the grocery store, I meant.
I thought it was all the same place.
Well, it was divided up, no gas station, grocery store.
Well, anyway.
Under the same roof anyway.
Belfry Bat says, "Did you have a trampoline when you were kids? Did you jump on one in school?" No and no. I have never been on a trampoline ever. We didn't have one at home, didn't have one at school. What about you? Have you ever been on a trampoline?
I got to play on them, but we never had one of our own, but we always went over to my Aunt Liz's and always played on hers.
I have never stepped foot on a trampoline ever.
Yep, used to go over to my Aunt Liz's and play on hers all the time.
Gordon says, I got to meet the drummer of Grand Funk Railroad. Yeah, well, my dad was friends with the lead singer when he was living in Onaway. Now he lives in Traverse City. And I don't mean the lead singer of Grand Funk Railroad now. I mean the original. I forgot what his name is now, but Dad used to drive all the way over from Metz to that blue building next to the big church to spend hours talking to the lead singer, the former lead singer of Grand Funk Railroad, who used to have a house here in Onaway. But now he lives in Traverse City, last we knew.
What are you doing? Trying to make me spill my water?
And no, Clay, we haven't gone ice fishing. They've been having trouble with the ice getting thick enough this year.
Yeah.
They
Hardly anybody's been on the ice around here.
Yeah, they say it's not safe yet because it hasn't been cold enough.
Yeah, hardly anybody's been on the ice around here. And when they are out on the ice, they're close to the banks.
Yep. And then Gordon says there used to be a hotel in Millersburg.
I don't recall that, but there could have been, but I don't
Well,
remember
I've seen
one.
photos of downtown Millersburg from like the 1800s when there were tons and tons and tons of buildings all up and down. Those are all gone now.
Yeah, but just because I don't remember one doesn't mean that there wasn't one, so I
Yeah.
just don't recall there being
Well,
one.
there used to be a big downtown area through there. They
Yeah.
tore all that down. It's all gone now.
Yeah, I just know that there is a lot of stuff gone that there
That's
used to be
it.
in there.
Mark Farner, that's it. That's the one. Punk Skunk says, I love Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad. Saw them at the Kalamazoo Festival. Yup, that's the guy that my dad was friends with. My dad was a musician himself. He was a bass player in the Jack Daniels Band, which was a very popular local band from around here. And I have a couple CDs of their music, but when I try to put any of it on YouTube, I get a copyright claim, so I can't put it on there. I used to have one song from it on there, and it had a copyright on it, so I took it off. But that's what YouTube is like.
Yep. They're real picky about that stuff.
Gordon says there was an apartment once there, too. Yeah. There was, there's a bar, but then there were two more bar restaurants, and they're out of business now.
Yep.
There's only one now.
Yeah, there's only one now, yeah.
Place to eat there now.
Yeah, there ain't a whole lot
Not much left there
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah, there ain't a whole lot left there anymore.
Pine Lumber is still there.
Yeah, Pine Lumber's still there, yeah.
That's
yeah.
the hardware store, lumber and whatever. But yeah, there's not much there.
Yeah, the school's not even open there anymore. They closed the school down too.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Like, I might have still been in high school when they took that.
No.
Or how about right after?
No, this would have been, we was definitely out of school.
But it was
when
a
they
long
shut it
time
down.
ago. They turned
Yeah,
it
was
into
a
a
long time ago.
library.
Yeah. A long time ago, but we was already, considered adults and already out on our own.
I know, but
so.
it was probably like 30 years ago.
No, not that long ago. Hasn't been that long ago.
All the kids go on the bus to the Onaway School now.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been that long ago. It hasn't been 30 years.
Well, it's been a long time.
Well, not that long.
Because that's been the library for a long time.
I would say closer to more around maybe 20 years ago, not 30. Because Dan was living over in Millersburg when they closed Onaway School down, or not Onaway, but the Millersburg School down.
Well, anyway, it was a long time ago. Gordon says, I'm thinking the rock and roll owned the house just east of Onaway by Grove area. I don't know what you mean. The rock and roll own a house. Sorry. Smokey, come over here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Good boy. Yep, his collar came off last night, so he's getting a break from his collar right now.
Yeah, we'll have to get that back on him though.
Yeah, we keep collars and name tags on them just in case they happen to get out the door, which can happen. Then if they go somewhere, people know who they are, where they live, who to call, where to bring them home at. That's the only reason they have collars on in the first place. Because we don't want to lose them. If it was 100% that they absolutely would never get outside, then they wouldn't need collars.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee that one won't make it out the door when you're trying to come in or trying to go out, or if you're trying to carry a bunch of stuff in or what. You never know.
So better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Clay wants to know what's wrong with the exhaust. Big fix or not?
No, it's just not a big fix. It's just having to get the car up off the ground and being able to climb under it to weld the exhaust.
Yeah, because it's a whole new exhaust system, but there's a piece that's missing.
It's where the exhaust pipe connects up to the manifold. Well, there's a plate of steel here, a plate of steel here. They're up like this, up against each other. Well, in between there's supposed to be a seal. Well, that seal is gone. And there's a bolt on each side that holds them together, but if I try to take the bolts out, the bolts are going to break.
Yeah, so he has to get it over to his brothers to do welding on it.
Yeah, so just on that plate of steel that's on each side, I just got to weld around them. That's all I got to do.
Yeah, and then it won't sound like that anymore.
Yeah, it's a simple fix, so...
He says use heat.
He ain't gonna do no good. The bolts are real bad. He ain't gonna do no good.
No.
They're real bad. You're just to weld around that seam.
So Gordon says Mark was in Flint a while. The little gas station on the corner across the mail office. Tune into a small restaurant. Yeah, that's all there is there. Belfry Bat says, who would you rather have for a lifelong roommate, Bubbles or Laura Ingalls Wilder? Bubbles.
Yep,
Bubbles. Definitely Bubbles. Because Bubbles is funny. Laura is not funny. I'd rather have people around who can make me laugh.
No, Laura, if you want something around that's considered eye candy, but other than that, that's all she is. Just eye
Yeah, but
candy.
you're not thinking... No. Okay, do you mean Laura Ingalls Wilder from the show? Or do you mean the real Laura Ingalls Wilder?
Just eye candy.
You could put Laura to work. Yeah. And she was a teacher, too. Punk Skunk says, when's the next cooking video? What are you going to be eating? I don't have anything planned yet. The one we put up yesterday wasn't actually a cooking video. Step by step. But, oh, from the show. Yeah. Still. Bubbles.
Yep, Bubbles.
Clay says that looked good. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was
The
really
recipe is in the description of that video, and it's really easy to make. Really simple.
good. Yeah, really simple.
Just make sure you put enough salt in. We didn't put quite enough salt in because it doesn't have a measurement. It just says, it lists the spices and then it says to taste.
Yeah, for spices.
Well, it was a
just
little bit
the taste.
bland, so
Yep.
we had to add a little more salt when we ate it. So
Yeah. Because I did salt and pepper and
test
all
it,
that.
make sure
but-
it's salty enough. I
And
mean, it
it's
doesn't
just-
have to be salty, but
Yeah, I just didn't want to overdo it and then ruin the whole meal from over
Yeah.
seasoning it.
it was good otherwise.
Yeah, because I figured, well, worst case scenario, it's going to be under seasoned, and then that just means that when we pick up our own plate, we just add more seasoning to your taste, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But it was really easy.
yeah, it was real easy.
I found it on my aunt's Facebook a while back. She's always sharing recipes.
But yeah, but that was my biggest concern was over seasoning it and then just ruining the whole meal and then you couldn't eat it.
Punk Skunk says, I knew you'd say Bubbles. He's the best. Definitely.
Yeah.
And Clay says, better to be not enough salt. You can always add more later.
Yeah.
You don't want to wreck it by making it all salty.
No.
Belfry Bat says, with Bubbles, your cat quotient is going to triple. Yeah. I know.
Maybe quadruple.
And even if he didn't bring in any more cats, he'd take care of the cats that are here.
And if he gets the rescue or something, he leaves a fucking cat with a big old mountain of food.
Mountain of food. And then somebody, lady comes and blocks off the cat door so they didn't get any of that food.
Yeah. Yeah. Kitty food mountain.
Oh, and I did hear that from John Paul Tremblay on his, I don't know if it was Instagram or what it was, but he says there's another season of Jail coming up and another season of the animated series. And then he said a third thing. So there's some new Trailer Park Boys stuff coming.
Yeah.
Punk Skunk says you can never have enough cats. We had 10 at one time. Yeah, we don't need that many.
No, I don't want
you
that
can
many.
have too many cats.
Yeah.
Like the people that have 35, 40 cats.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive in my book.
Yeah, and then animal control has to come.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive in my book. You know, I don't mind, when there's a few cats, that's one thing, but when you're talking 30, 40 cats, 50, 60 cats, then no, that's over.
Yeah.
That's going overboard.
Daniel says, have you ever seen Below Deck? I don't recognize the name.
I don't recognize the name either.
Yeah, I don't know, unless I don't know the, it's a yachting reality series on Bravo. No, we don't get Bravo for one, and I know we haven't watched anything like that. Clay says you need a new tug. I know, but after losing him, that was pretty awful. I kind of don't want to go through that again. And right now, we're fine with just cats right now. It'd be great to raise up a new little border collie puppy, but I don't feel ready yet. Punk Skunk says, well, maybe that's too many. Gotta be able to take care of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't want your house all gross and yucky.
Yeah.
Like some episodes of Hoarders that they made. The people were hoarders and they had like 30, 40 cats. Oh, it was disgusting in their houses.
Yeah, and like one woman had so many cats that some ended up coming up missing, and then they were cleaning up, and then they ended up finding their dead bodies. It was like, no.
Yeah,
that's not fair to the animals to put them through that type of a situation.
And Daniel says, oh my goodness, it's so entertaining, highly recommend. The best was the Mediterranean series, that's about 7 seasons so far and still ongoing. You can watch it on Peacock as well, not sure what you have. Yeah, right now our Peacock is shut off, but I do want to turn it on soon, back on soon, because there's that new Natasha Lyonne series. And she's one of my favorite actresses, so I do want to see that. And we could check out this other thing while we have it turned on.
Yeah.
But we ended up with too many streaming services, and we had to shut some of them off.
Yeah, we had to downsize some.
Oh, Gordon, who's the rock and roll star who owns a farm by there? That would be Mark Farner from Grand Funk Railroad. He used to. He sold it and moved to Traverse City with his wife. But that's the one that my dad used to come to Onaway to talk to all the time, to visit with. But yeah, I don't know how many years ago, quite a few I guess now, he sold his property in Onaway and moved to Traverse City. And no, I don't know where the farm was that he owned either. Never went and looked for it.
Yep.
Belfry Bass, do you have any slap bracelets or Tamagotchi pets? No. I had a slap bracelet that was given to me by a friend when I was in 4th grade. And then I had a Tamagotchi in think it was 1999. No, 1998. 98, 99, somewhere around there. And I ended up getting tired of it and throwing it on the top shelf of the closet and letting it die.
What is that?
It's like this little egg-shaped thing on a keychain. It's got a little screen on it with a little animal. And you have to keep feeding it and watering it and all this stuff or it'll die. So, I used to have, I remember it was a yellow one. And like I said, I had a slap bracelet way back in 4th grade when they were real big.
Yeah, the slap
But I don't
bracelets,
remember what happened to that thing.
Yeah, I was going to say I remember people having those, but I never had one.
Yeah.
And then the Tommy, whatever you doodad there, I
Tamagotchi.
never heard of that before, so.
Yeah. They were big in like the end of the 90s. Very end of the 90s. Punk Skunk says, I bought Mark Farner's book when we saw him. He has an amazing life story. Yeah, that's one of the reasons my dad liked to talk to him, because he was a fellow musician and he enjoyed talking to him. Belfry Bat says, did you have Teddy Ruxpin? I did not, but my cousin did. And I used to go over there and visit my aunt, and they were taking like normal tapes, music tapes, and sticking them in him, and then when the music played, his mouth would just stay wide open. It was creepy. And Gordon says there were 15 goats, 1 pin, and 16 goats. 15 cats are barn animals. Okay. Is that that's what's going on where you are? Many cats on this hobby. Huh. But yeah, our cats don't live in a barn. They stay in the house. Especially after we found out the geese come so close. Because geese are mean.
Yeah, they'll take you up for the count if they can too.
Yeah, geese are mean.
Yeah, domesticated or not. Don't turn your back to them.
Yep. And then Punk Skunk says, did you have Cabbage Patch Kid dolls? Mm-mm. I hated dolls. Hated dolls. All of them. Blech. The only girl toy I liked was My Little Pony, the 80s ones. Which I still have some of them over there in the cabinet. But I don't know, I like trucks, airplanes, stuff like that. I had one of those racetracks where there were like little, the cars went on the track and they had these little looked like little metal brushes on the bottom, and you put them on there and then you hit the button and they go around. And the only girl thing I liked was ponies because I was obsessed with horses as a kid. Nope, didn't have Garbage Pail Kids either. But I always looked at my classmates in elementary school. They'd let me look at them. But I didn't buy any of my own. My dad wasn't into buying all the fad things. The only reason I had a slap bracelet was because somebody gave it to me. And then I had the Tamagotchi because I was a grown adult and could buy my own stuff. And then, all right, Clay, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And then Gordon says, thanks for reminding me. Well, you're welcome. Oh, Belfry Bat says, did you have Beanie Babies? Not as a kid. Over the years, I have bought some here and there. I've got some stuffed animals in the closet. I think a couple of them are Beanie Babies. Punk Skunk says Furbies. Maybe. Not as a kid, as an adult. I think I found a used one or something. The memory's a little fuzzy because it would have been back when I was in the beginning of my 20s, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I found one like at Salvation Army. And then I had to take the batteries out of it because it drove me nuts. And then I had one of those little robotic dogs. It was red. Kind of red plastic and with the floppy ears. It had a square head. It was like this tall. Like this tall. And that would have been 1999, I think. But I wasn't a kid then either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that we always had growing up. It's like, I'm surprised we didn't walk away like long darts.
We had,
Every time we open up a box of long darts, we don't fling them like how you normally would. First thing we would do, fling them right up there in the air. Watch it come down. Lucky we're still alive.
yeah, well, we had a set of those lawn darts too, and we knew better than doing that. We knew that you were supposed to take them and take the ring, put it on the lawn, and throw them at the ring. Not up in the air so they can come down and stab you in the eye.
Well, the way we played it is you watched it, and you better stay out of the way.
Gordon says it's a hobby farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you were nothing but boys. 3 boys, 2 girls.
Yep.
But the girls were older, so they weren't out playing with toys anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you boys out there were doing boy things, trying to stab each other in the eyes.
Well, because the girls were always in the house putting on makeup and doing their hair and doing this and doing that. Give us some BB guns and let us have a BB gun war. And we're good to go.
Punk Skunk says, we're going to mail you some old collectible toys that are in our shed. Can you open it all on a live? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Good.
And thank you very much. When the package comes, we won't even open it. We'll just wait, save it until the next live, and then we'll open it up. But that'll be really cool.
Yeah. For sure.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. I don't think you would have did well growing up around us boys.
Why?
So you probably would have had a long dart to the head. Because you probably wouldn't have been watching up to see where it's going to come down at. You probably would have took a long dart to the head or something.
Yeah, you keep talking about how when we were little kids, we should have been hanging out together. And teenagers, we should have been hanging out together.
Yeah, well, knowing you, you would have been watching up, you probably would have gotten hurt.
But my dad didn't like me playing with boys.
Why is that?
Because he always had bad ideas. Like, I remember I was in 3rd grade, and there was a boy who lived down the road in 3rd grade. And he would come down and we would, like, ride our bikes and play outside and stuff. And my dad found out and said that I could never talk to him again just because he was a boy.
Oh, he might try to give your clam a worm?
Yeah, apparently that's what my dad thought, which is, we were in 3rd grade.
Yeah. Kids that young ain't gonna think, whoa, I'm gonna give your clam my worm.
Yeah.
Kids that young don't think stuff like that.
And then Belfry Bat says, what's better, Adventure Time or Rick and Morty? I'm going to have to default to Rick and Morty because I know what Adventure Time is, but I've never watched a single episode.
Yes, I'm on your side. But as for the other one,
I've played Rick and Morty here. That's the one that, it's like Back to the Future, kind of a parody of Doc and Marty, and he's all drunk and slobbering all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cat Dog, pretty awesome.
Yeah, I remember Cat Dog. I liked that. Gordon says, be fun, soon the information. I've cutting trees there on Mark's farm. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't miss. Tree cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't miss. It's tough to make a living at.
But I used to watch stuff like Rocko's Modern Life. But that's when I was 18 and 19 when that was on.
Yeah.
Used to watch Ren and Stimpy way back when it was old. Like the dirty old Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
When it first came on. Belfry Bat says, you should investigate Adventure Time. It's really good. Yeah, I'll check it out. And what was that other one we were watching with John Ritter's son doing one of the voices?
I don't remember.
It's something newer, and they go to. I can't believe I can't remember the name of it now. It's a brother and a sister. I think they're supposed to be twins, and they live in a place that's kind of like the mystery spot, and all this weird stuff happens. And when the intro to the show comes up, it's like a postcard. I really liked it. I can't remember what it was called now. But that was something that was newer that I liked. It's got the show. It's got that triangle guy that runs around and says that you should buy gold. Ugh. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. But anyway. So anyway, what are your plans for the rest of this week? I mean, can't do much because it's going to snowstorm really bad, but.
I know once snow clean up. I know that much.
You should probably wait till the storm's over, though. Nobody ever comes and visits us anyway, so why should we clear out our driveway?
Well, why would I go out and clear out my driveway before the snowstorm? Wouldn't that be like wiping before pooping?
That's what I said. You should wait until the storm's over, then clean it all up.
Well, of course. Why would you wait before you poop? Makes no sense.
Well, a lot of people, they'll go out there and keep shoveling and snow blowing many, many times during the storm before it ends.
Yeah, well, that's stupid.
Well, people do it. I mean, I can see if you've got to leave, but we don't have to leave, and nobody visits us, so we just stay out here in the woods all by ourselves.
Yeah, very rarely do we ever get any company here.
And we haven't at all since the weather turned bad.
Right. Besides, Dave showed up a couple of times, and that was it.
But it's been a long time for him, too.
Yeah, it's been a while for him, but yeah, he's been the one that's been out to visit the most recent, and it's been a while since he's been here.
Wow. Punk Skunk says, we used to have the Ren and Stimpy stuffed dolls, also the Three Stooges, Teletubbies, and South Park dolls. Okay, I like South Park. I like the Three Stooges. I like Ren and Stimpy. I can't stand Teletubbies.
Oh. Uh-oh, Pooh.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Uh-oh, Pooh.
Ugh. Teletubbies and Barney. Blech. Nope.
I'd rather watch Teletubbies than Barney.
Gordon says, South Park and Little Rascals. Yeah, I haven't seen Little Rascals in a long, long time, but I used to watch it as a little kid. Because it used to play on the TV.
Yeah, I used to watch that a lot.
I remember the dog with the circle drawn around his eye.
Yep.
And that was supposed to be his natural marking. It's like, come on.
Yeah. And of course, everybody loves Charlie Brown.
Yeah, always like Charlie Brown.
Yep.
I like Garfield, too.
Yeah, so do I. I like the older Garfield, though.
Punk Skunk. Teletubbies were awesome. Maybe if you smoke a joint and get real high first and then watch it, maybe it would be enjoyable then.
Oh, I'd rather watch that than Dora the Explorer, too.
Oh, I don't like that one either.
Neither do I. Well, the only thing that Dora the Explorer would be good for is if you wanted to learn Spanish.
Yeah, but you can learn, well, I don't know about now, but you used to be able to learn Spanish by watching Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on there now. I haven't watched that in a long, long time.
Oh, same
Ever
here.
since Elmo came along. I hate Elmo. I can't stand him.
Well, I feel Elmo kind of ruined Sesame Street in a way.
Because even as an adult, if it happened to be on the TV, I didn't mind it. And then here comes Elmo. Nope, that's it.
Yeah, I remember Elmo was a really big hit with a lot of kids a while back.
Yeah, a long time ago when parents were fighting for where to find the Tickle Me Elmo to buy for Christmas.
That's what it was, the Tickle Me Elmo. Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was definitely a while ago. But I remember that was a big uproar for a while there, where some people were paying a lot of money for it and stuff.
Belfry Bats. Bill Cosby bought all the rights to Little Rascals and won't allow them on any platform. But isn't he, I mean, I know they let him out or something, but you'd think he wouldn't have the rights to anything when he's a criminal. Punk Skunk hated Elmo and Barney. Yeah, same here.
Yeah, those were my two worst too.
I grew up watching Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, 321 Contact, Electric Company, Newton's Apple, all that kind of thing. Oh, and there was, on Nickelodeon when I was a kid, there was a show called Pinwheel that I used to like.
Yeah, I like watching Go-Go Gadget.
Yeah, that was fine. Inspector Gadget, that was alright.
Go-Go Gadget.
When I was a little kid. I don't know about now. I haven't watched it since then.
Yeah, same here.
Punk Skunk says, love the banana splits. I'm not sure what that is. It seems vaguely familiar, but I don't think it's something I watched. Oh, and I used to watch Thundercats and Gargoyles. And I used to watch that animated Batman series in the 90s. Oh yeah, Belfry Bats. What about Wishbone or Reading Rainbow? Yeah, I watched those.
Yeah, I watched Reading Rainbow.
That's one of the reasons I ended up liking and wanting a Jack Russell Terrier, and then I find out that they're little hells on wheels, so they're too hyper.
Yeah, they can be.
Little hellions.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of smoke puffing out of the wood stove.
Go poof, 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 poof.
Yeah.
It means open me up, let me breathe for a minute. It means that shut down too tight when it does that.
Yep.
Trying to breathe and it can't breathe and then it starts going poof.
Yeah, coming out into the house. That's no fun.
Mm-hmm. Had it shut down too tight. I had to open up for a minute, let it breathe.
Gordon says, I know a dog close to the Little Rascals dog. My dog is close looking. Yeah, I don't know what breed of dog that was, but I've seen dogs like that since then. But yeah. Otherwise, not much has been going on this winter.
No.
That's why I've been kind of having trouble getting videos, long form videos up. Because every day is the same thing, over and over and over.
Yeah, there's just not a whole lot going on here right now.
We've been stuck in the house because of the weather and finances and stuff like that. And any of the cool stuff in the area is closed for the winter anyway.
Yeah.
But we'll figure something out.
Right.
Punk Skunk. What about 21 Jump Street? I have the whole trading card collection. I didn't watch that when it was on. And a few years ago I tried to watch an episode because Johnny Depp was in it. And I just thought it was really corny and stupid. So I didn't really like that. But I never gave it much of a chance either. I don't know if I even finished that first episode. Gordon says, Cookie Monster for me. Garfield Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cookie Monster was alright. I like the Muppets. The 70s Muppets. Like the Muppet movie and the Muppet Show. The Muppet Show is cool because they had musical guests on there, and there's an episode with Alice Cooper on it. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Green Acres was good.
Yeah, that was good.
The Andy Griffith Show. All in the Family, Sanford and Son, The Addams Family, The Munsters. I'm trying to remember all those older ones. But I grew up watching all kinds of reruns of all those shows that were, when they were currently running, it was before my time. Or I was very, very young. But they still play them around on places, so it's, for some reason I can watch the Andy Griffith Show over and over and over and not get sick of it.
Yep. That's how I feel about MASH. Where I can sit there and watch it over and over and over and not get sick of it.
Punk Skunk says Green Acres is the best. And I liked the Dukes of Hazzard. I still like the Dukes of Hazzard. It's too bad that everybody hates the show because of the car. But otherwise, I like it. And there's nothing racist in the show itself. It's just, oh, we don't like the roof of the car. Well, okay. That's why you can't find that streaming anywhere. Belfry Bats, do you remember Tales from the Dark Side? Absolutely. And I remember the episode where Grandpa died, but he didn't want to die, so he kept coming. He just stayed, but he was rotting. And he came down to dinner, and in order to get his family, in order for his family to get him to go up to bed and lay down and die, they put pepper in his napkin. And when he wiped his nose, he sneezed, and he sneezed his nose off, and they showed it in the napkin, and it was all gross. And then he said, oh, I think I'll go up and go to bed now. And then there was another one where there was a monster under this girl's bed, and he grabbed her feet and pulled her down, and she landed so hard she died or something. And ever since then, for a split second when I get into bed, I hurry up and put my feet in bed and cover them, even though I know nothing's going to happen. It's in the bed. That's in the back of my mind. So that one stuck with me. And Gordon says Blue Chicken Pitbull. And Belfry Bat says that's the one I remember too. Yeah, my dad always used to call that episode Grandpa's Nose, even though I think it was called something else. Punk Skunk says, love the Dukes of Hazzard. And yes, about the dying guy on Tales from the Dark Side. His nose fell off at the dinner table. Yep. And Daniel says, that is my worst nightmare, a hand reaching for my leg as I'm sleeping. Yeah, but I don't think I would even have that even go through my mind if it wasn't for that episode of Tales from the Dark Side. And I saw that when I was like 10 years old, 9 or 10 years old, and it stuck with me forever. Gordon says, I love, it's I Dream of Jeannie, Beverly Hillbillies, and The Green Hornet. Beverly Hillbillies was really good. I've seen some of I Dream of Jeannie. It was alright what I saw. Don't think I've seen The Green Hornet. The Dick Van Dyke Show, that's a good one. I Love Lucy was pretty good. The Honeymooners. There's a lot of good old shows. Like, oh, and then to get a little newer, there was Roseanne, and there was Married with Children, and all that kind of thing. Daniel says, I always think it's going to happen one day. I really hope not. And Punk Skunk goes Bewitched. Yeah, that's another good one. The one I don't like is Hogan's Heroes. It seems really weird that they take something like being in a German prison camp and try to make it into a big joke. Because those were terrible times and a lot of people died and stuff. Why are you making that into a big joke? So that show I don't really get. But Gomer Pyle is a good show. Oh yeah, the Waltons. Yep, that's another good one.
Yeah. We got a couple of seasons of that.
And Punk Skunk says nope to Hogan's Heroes. Yeah. I don't understand why they thought that was something funny. That'd be almost like if they would take the Jewish Holocaust and make a goofy, funny sitcom about it. That stuff's just not funny. And they still play that Hogan's Heroes on MeTV like it's the best thing in the world. It doesn't make sense. Belfry Bat says, we turn off Hogan's Heroes and Perry Mason off the second we hear the theme song. Yeah, I don't like Perry Mason either. That's so boring.
Yeah, it is.
Because all it is them talking in court. They didn't, like, show the people doing the murders and whatever it was they're being convicted of. They're just sitting there in court. That's boring. We want some action.
Yeah.
Gordon says the Dukes of Hazzards now have 8 fan who is enjoying drag racing a car just like it. Yeah, there's a lot of 69 Dodge Chargers that have been made up like generally.
Yeah, I've seen one over in Roger City back years ago. It was back when I met Mr. Cortman. He had like 100 plus old antique cars and stuff. And
yeah, from Cortman's restaurant in Roger City.
Yeah, and he showed me his car collection, and he had a lot of nice cars. And he said they all ran. He said they just need either tires, gas, or batteries put on them, and that was it.
Yeah.
And he said during that day, every one of the cars would run and drive.
Yeah, I think he passed away.
Yeah, I think he passed away because he was.
Yeah, because
this was back a long time ago.
There used to be.
There.
He owned Cortman's restaurant in Roger City, and every time we'd go by there would be 1 or 2 classic cars parked out there. Now I haven't seen that in years.
Mm.
So I don't think he owns that restaurant anymore.
Well, I know he doesn't own it. When I was talking to him, he said that he sold it.
And then Gordon says it used a big black supercharger. And Punk Skunk said, love John Schneider from Dukes. He has great country albums. Yeah. He was pretty good. Or what it not was, is. It's him and Tom Wopat, they're still alive. But the guy who played Uncle Jesse isn't. Denver Pyle? No, what was his name?
I'm more about remembering names.
Anyway, he used to be on the Andy Griffith Show too. That guy. Gordon, Chucky the Doll TV movie. Now I don't know what that would be, but I do know about the regular Chucky movies. Do you know of a Chucky the Doll TV movie?
Not that I can think of.
Chucky's pretty corny though. Especially Bride of Chucky. Jeez, that's corny. It's funny, but it's corny.
I think we got all of those, don't we? I think we do.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think we have all those on DVD.
Yeah, Bride of Chucky has that woman who played in Liar Liar. Jennifer Tilly, that's her name. Yeah, the rest of them were more serious, but... Yeah, those old... Oh, All in the Family. No, I said All in the Family. Mama's Family. That's another one that I liked. That was really funny. From the Carol Burnett Show. But all those older TV shows, they were really good. Spotted Leaf. But I guess we've been doing this for more than an hour and a half now, which is pretty good for us. So I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. And Punk Skunk said, we have a Chucky doll in our bar. And Gordon says, LOL, you're naming all those TV shows. Yeah, I remember them all. But yeah, I guess we're going to go ahead and say goodnight. And thanks for coming. Because it's getting pretty late. Oh, and this phone wants to die. So I won't be able to see the chat anymore pretty soon here. So thank you to everybody who came.
I think I'm going to want to wrap this up then.
Yeah, and we'll be back live next week. And I'll get another normal video up for you. But we do have a lot of shorts up if you haven't watched those that go in between the big main videos. So there's a bunch of stuff on our channel. But yep, Punk Skunk, you have a good night too.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody.
Yep. I gotta go all the way around and turn you off.
Run,
I'm not gonna run.
run.
I'm stiff from sitting on that chair.
Stiff. That's
Yeah.
what you said. Stiff.
All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Don't forget your morning